Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna be doing some booking. I kinda stuffed up the first take of this, but yeah, I'm gonna try again. Okay, so as explained in the first take. Anyway, okay. Part of the problem I have with the build-up is the briefcase curse. Once you get that briefcase, you gotta lose. You're gonna lose a whole bunch because guess what? Everyone wants to put doubt in everyone's mind that you might cash in successfully. Alright, with a heel, usually they're cashing in, and it's usually when someone's vulnerable. Rob Van Dam's the only one that's done it like the real babyface way, where he said, okay, I'm cashing it in here, and this is the match we're going to have, and everything. And that's, to me, the way a true babyface should do it. Anyway. So, the night of Survivor Series, we're going to change some things. And this is how I would have booked it. Okay? Everything would have still happened pretty much the same. There was nothing really could have done. Shamus is down on the outside. The New Day have abandoned him. He's got those three guys. Kalisto, maybe Neville, I can't remember who the other one is, and Jey Uso. Anyway. He comes up, he looks over and he sees them. And he's like, sees his partners are gone and he's like, grins, and all three of them are like, what the hell? He just beats the hell out of all three of them. He throws one out of the ring, throws the other one out. Bro kicks the Kalisto. 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. The other guy comes back in. It's like, whoa, clothesline, bro kick. 1, 2, 3. Jey Uso's the only one left. He's like, bro kick right to the face. Pins him. 1, 2, 3. Shamus wins. Then the New Day are coming out. They're like, yay! Yeah, he's like, yeah. He does this, and he kind of brings him out. He takes one out, throws Xavier Woods over the top rope. Kofi's like, what? Bro kick. And Shamus is like, yeah. And he shoves Xavier Woods down, and he grabs the briefcase and walks out. And that's how it would end. And yeah, that's how that Survivor Series went. Exact same. Trust me, when you do the exact same thing again with Shamus, you're like, well, you're still upset. But the following night, they introduce him. Ladies and gentlemen, your new WWE Champion, Shamus. Shamus comes out. He's got the belt, he's got the suit on. And he comes to the ring. He doesn't necessarily have to have a suit on, but my thing would be they would have gone to a tailor if he didn't have a suit. He walks to the ring. He's like, I'm the champion now. Yeah. Yeah. Then Roman comes through the crowd. He's coming through the crowd and everything. He's gets in the ring, grabs the mic, gets in the ring. And Triple H is like, whoa. You speared me last night, Roman. I'm not going to forget that. Tonight you're in some hellacious match. And Roman's like, okay. He goes right up to Shamus. He says, TLC's coming up. You got a match with me. And Triple H is like, whoa, what are you talking about? I have not authorized any kind of match in. And that match has not been booked yet. Roman looks over and, dude, rematch clause. And in mine, I get to pick whenever it is, and guess what? I picked TLC, and naturally, it's the main event, so it will be a TLC match. Drops the mic, and it's like, oh. And plus, this will, Triple H and that come back from the break. Triple H gets a phone call. He gets on in the mobile. Sorry, I haven't got mine here. He's like, what? And then we find out that the board of directors have authorized this, and they are not happy with the authority's performance. They feel it's a bit one-sided, and they will soon be appointing a new commissioner / general manager and they will have as much authority as Triple H and Stephanie. And plus, you can make it Austin, you can make it Jericho, Bret Hart, anyone you want, who you think would be good. Hell, make it Tommy Dreamer now. And you bring them in to sort of balance the scales. Jack Swagger, okay, so then we go, Shamus, each week, starting in the first week, would be having matches against upper mid main event guys, and he'd be going over decisively, cleanly, constantly. And Roman Reigns would be doing the same thing, obviously. So we kick off TLC with Jack Swagger versus Bad News Barrett. He's totally dropped the King thing, because guess what? It's almost the new year. I think it's a good time to drop the King thing. I don't know what it is with Vince McMahon and Kings. He thinks it draws heat. It doesn't. It just makes the guy look goofy. Do I have to do the grown man wearing a crown? Grown man wearing a crown. So we got Jack Swagger versus Bad News Barrett. Bad News Barrett goes over. Wyatt family, Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman, Erick, Rowan, Luke Harper, all in this next match against the Dudley Boyz, Goldust and Ryback. This is not elimination, it's straight first pinfall wins sort of thing. Braun Strowman goes over. He wins with that submission, the whole thing, because everyone else is outside brawling. Have it be Goldust that eats the pin there. Divas title. Paige versus Charlotte. Tables match. Similar setup to the match that happened between John Cena and Shamus, how Shamus first won the title. Guess what? It's a similar situation. Charlotte thinks she's going to suplex Paige right through the table. Charlotte, inexperienced, smack right through the thing. And it can just be lack of experience. Paige is a veteran. She's been wrestling since she was 14 or whatever it was. Paige wins the tables match. Then we have a street fight, because guess what? It's not a bloody chairs match. It's a street fight. IC title. Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambros. They've been tearing it up in the mid-card. They've had a series of matches on both SmackDown and Raw. Not every week, though, but every time they face, it ends in chaos. One of the two, they brawl outside the ring. There's foreign objects. There's no clean winner. So that's why it's decided. TLC, street fight. And guess what? Owens goes in. I still think we need to re-establish the IC title as a valuable commodity, and Kevin Owens, I think holding on to it justifies that. U.S. title. Alberto Del Rio versus Tyler Breeze versus Dolph Ziggler. In order to accomplish two goals, we need to end that Summer Rae storyline because it is bloody annoying. My storyline would have Lana, yes, comes back, but it's just not really brought up that much. That Dolph and her were Lana just really says I got distracted. I didn't know what Dolph didn't ring her or anything when she was hurt, and the person that rang her was Rusev. Rusev forgave her for everything that she did, and she forgave him for everything he did, and they found love, and now they're getting married and everything. And yeah, there's a couple other people who came up with better storylines than this, but basically that's the only thing that's brought up. Rusev is still wrestling. He's doing some stuff, but he's not on this pay-per-view. But the Tyler Breeze Summer Rae thing and all that sort of was going on, and Alberto Del Rio just got sick of it. He comes out, crashes like the thing with an argument they're having one night. He says, "Oh, you guys, you're fighting over a woman, and you should be fighting over the championship. How about you and us three go into TLC and find out who the better man is, because you two will be too busy fighting each other to beat me, the great Alberto Del Rio." And well, it kind of backfires on him because they end up teaming up. Because eventually, I would do a thing. Tyler Breeze and Dolph Ziggler would become the new Hollywood blondes, that sort of thing. Del Rio would win with help from Jack Swagger, because I was going to do a thing with them post WrestleMania, but they're sort of teaming up. Okay, ladder match. Big E would sort of be injured, so So it would be Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston defending the belts against Jimmy and Jey Uso and the Lucha Dragons, and the New Day would go over anyway, because that's what I'm going to do. And the Usos are coming back there. Roman sort of come strolling past. And the Usos go, "Hey, cuz, good luck tonight." And Roman goes, "Thanks, cousins." Puts out the fist. There. Simple. And Roman goes to the ring. He loses to Shamus due to shenanigans. But the Royal Rumble is coming around. Shamus is still the champion. Roman fails to qualify for the Royal Rumble. Roman then goes to Triple H with a deal. Roman says, "If I get to pick the stipulation, I will put on the line, not my career, he puts on the line, I will not compete for the WWE title as long as Sheamus still holds the belt if I lose." So if he loses, he will not compete for the WWE title at all, as long as he gets to pick the stipulation. He picks Steel Cage. And then Triple H is like, "Okay. Sounds like a deal." So we do that. That's the main event. Main event is locked in, probably depending on when this, right before the New Year or just after the New Year. So you want that locked up. You want your main event locked up pretty quick. You want people to go and buy the network specifically for that for the match. And I think if you do it right, you can do it. The rest of the card, the New Day. Big E is back, and he's got Xavier Woods in his corner. The New Day have beaten just about every tag team, every babyface tag team. So we got a makeshift tag team. Goldust and R-Truth come out. This is the last Raw beforehand. They're like, we're the New Day, and we've beaten everyone. We've beaten everyone. So then out comes Goldust and R-Truth. They say, hey, we decided long ago this year our New Year's resolution was to without those belts, and we're going to do that at the Royal Rumble, and we know one of you is going to be in the other's corner, so we're gonna need someone as big as Big E if it's Big E. We're gonna need somebody that can take out Big E. So they bring out Mark Henry, and it turns out Big E's going to be in the match anyway. So, but they lose. They still lose, but I think there's a good build-up. So Charlotte is going into this, and it's known that this is her last chance because she's. It's not explicitly stated, but that if she loses this, this will probably be her last shot at the title for a while. It's the last chance to possibly be in the women's title match at WrestleMania. So Paige comes out. This is part of this is a rematch from TLC. But Sasha Banks gets added to the match. Sasha ends up going over, which is fine with me. Sasha has apparently been pretty well protected, and I think that's because they were building up to this situation. So I'm just bringing it here to the Royal Rumble. She walks out with the Divas title. Okay, then we have the steel cage match between Roman Reigns and Shamus. Reigns wins by climb out, and they'll give you a few events afterwards anyway. That brings us to the Royal Rumble, and I have an idea, and I think I can make it work. It's pretty obvious to me that this is what would happen. Is this much of the deal at least? Cena's going to be back for the Royal Rumble. But I would do everything in my power to make sure that there's a bit of doubt there, even amongst the fans. Sort of be like, we're not sure if Cena's going to be back for the Royal Rumble. He's kind of said that he wants to stay on his break for a while. He's got to recoup from minor injuries and stuff. And it's like, not sure if he's going to be back, but he's definitely going to be part of WrestleMania. We know that much. He's going to be at WrestleMania. Push the fact that he's going to be at WrestleMania. So don't mention that he might be back for the Royal Rumble. Well, Cena's got a match at WrestleMania for sure. It's going to be against X, Y, and Z. So Cena comes back. He wins the Royal Rumble by coming in at number 29 or 28. I don't necessarily like people at number 30 winning. But yeah, that's what happens. Cena wins the Royal Rumble. And now you can kind of see where I'm going. I thought I sort of revealed my cards, but we go to Fastlane. I don't mind the title of Fastlane. I prefer it if it were like Elimination Chamber or something, but they're still doing that later on in the year, which I think is alright. Bad news, Barrett and Rusev, along with Lana. They're sort of forming an alliance. We can say that maybe they're joined up with Shamus, maybe they're not. But yeah, I like the United Nations sort of thing that they're doing now. So I kind of incorporated that in. This was the last thing I put in. They're going up against the Usos. So Lana's in their corner. Naomi's sort of put herself in their corner as well. Kind of like that. I like the whole keep things real somewhat that way. It's kind of why I don't like Nikki not being partnered up with Cena and Bray, sort of not really being really that associated with Daniel Bryan. U.S. title, Alberto versus Ryback. Alberto goes over. Then we have our 6-man match. It's decided. Okay. R-Truth. Whoever wins the match gets to. If R-Truth, Mark Henry, or Goldust win the match, they get to pick one of the other two to be their tag team partner. They get to hold the other belt. New Day, they can still use the Freebird rule. But New Day go over anyway. Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler, IC title. Kevin Owens goes over. Now, immediately following Raw, the following week, Sasha Banks comes out and she's dragging the Divas title down the ramp. And the announcers are like, "What the heck's she doing?" And she's in her other hand, she's got this satchel bag. It's like the Money in the Bank briefcase thing. And they're like, "What the heck's going on here?" Sasha Banks comes out and says, "This belt doesn't mean anything. No one of any note has ever worn this belt." And then it's like, "What are you talking about? Fabulous Moolah and all that. Fabulous Moolah and all." And she even says, she starts out, "Fabulous Moolah never wore this belt. Trish Stratus never wore this belt. Lita never wore this belt. This belt has a legacy of being held by pretty models, by blonde-haired bimbos. Yes, there have been a few greats that have held this belt, but a few greats doesn't make a legacy." And she goes over, she opens the briefcase, and she brings out the woman's title. And she says, "This belt has a legacy. This belt can be dated back to Alundra Blaze, to Jacqueline, to Trish Stratus, to Lita, to a list of great female wrestlers." And she says, "This is the belt I'm going to wear. This is the belt that means it all to me." It's kind of like a semi-babyface turn, but like you can do heel tactics with her later. And then you can even do the throwing the... I don't like the idea of throwing the belt in the trash. That's the only thing I don't like. Because Natalia's won that belt, and you can even do some stuff with her. So it draws her a bit of heat. And, well, Charlotte sort of sees that, and she says, "Hey, I wore that belt." And so there's immediately heat between those two. Do one match between them at Fastlane, get it over, get it done with. Charlotte is out of the title picture for the rest of the time. No more. Then I added Bray Wyatt versus Kane. This is a temporary thing. Bray Wyatt comes out after Royal Rumble. He's doing a promo on the back. This is last year. I faced a demon. I faced a dead man. And I survived. I didn't win. But now, this year I want the dead man one more time. 'Cause I can beat him now. I sensed it in him at Survivor Series. He's weak. He's vulnerable. and take it like, you kidding me? He even points out, hey, you couldn't beat any. Bray Wyatt just goes on a destruction streak. He beats everybody in the ring. He immediately goes to Kane. Okay, Kane, what's up with the Undertaker? Where has he been? And where's the dead man been? I want the dead man. Kane's like, you ain't gonna get the dead. You ain't gonna get the dead man. But I want the dead man. I want to beat him. I want to meet him at the at Mania. Kane's like, you're not gonna. He doesn't want anything to do with you. He's done with you. But I want the dead man. I want the dead man at WrestleMania. But if I'm not gonna get the dead man, I'm gonna get you. And he comes out and the whole Wyatt family jump in the ring, beat the hell out of him. Kane, it's sort of like, this is his big test. If he can beat Kane, he can beat he can face Undertaker, sort of like that. Bray Wyatt ends up going over. He beats Kane clean, and the other three sort of kidnap him, or the other three sort of jump in the ring, and then lightning hits the ring. They all powder, and Bray Wyatt's sort of like, I know it's you, dead. I know it's you, dead man. Come show yourself. He should big screen, and takes there, and he says, I see you were Bray Wyatt. You still want to dance with the devil at WrestleMania? Challenge accepted. And yeah, that's what happens. And Bray Wyatt's in the ring, and he gets down and he laughs. Dean Ambrose versus Jack Swagger. Dean Ambrose, of course, goes over. The roster was really thin here. And now for the WWE title. It's announced that there will be a rematch between Roman Reigns and Shamus, and the new babyface authority figure who sort of can't change things. The important thing is they can't change things. They can only add to it. This was something that they did with when Stone Cold Steve Austin and Eric Bischoff were running Raw, and I kind of like that idea. I think there's no harm in having, if you're not going to have a babyface one and the heel thing gets tired and all, you do both, and then you can have one sort of with the other one fighting for control and everything. The new authority figure, whether it's just the board of directors or they appoint John Cena as a special guest referee. So you still have John Cena in there. He's there. He's not wrestling. He's just a special guest referee. Now he has history with Shamus. Like I said, Shamus beat him for his first WWE title. Roman Reigns, of course, Shamus took the belt from him too. But there's still some that Roman Reigns and John Cena, they don't have any history really. Sorry, correct myself there. But they're kind of fighting for that top babyface spot. And yeah, Roman Reigns goes over. John Cena holds up his hand. He does a real babyface grin and everything. And yeah, but you can see sort of things like the two of them kind of like teaming up a lot to beat back the authority and all that throughout the weeks leading up to WrestleMania, and then a couple of weeks before, sort of like start to see cracks in John Cena's psyche. So like, there maybe fans are cheering a little bit more for Roman there. He sort of looks at kids with Roman Reigns t-shirts on, and he's sort of like, You don't see it too much. You know, it's there, but you can't. They don't really focus in on it. You don't really see it that much. And everything, but yeah. Okay, then go right into WrestleMania. Again, tag title thing, bottleneck. New Day, Big E and Kofi versus the Dudley Boyz versus the Usos versus Erick, Rowan, and Luke Harper. Luke Harper goes over by pinning Kofi Kingston. The babyfaces aren't really there. We've got new tag team champions, brand new ones. That's been a while, but yeah. I don't have anything against any of the other tag teams. It's just I think it's about time we did something with these guys, and I think they're better suited as tag team anyway. U.S Title. Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler, Xavier Woods, and Bad News Barrett. So, sort of like a bottleneck there too. And it's just like, this is me trying to get everyone on the card, and yeah. I still would like Kevin Owens to go over here. I don't really see the other three winning the belt. I think Kevin Owens has been doing a great job with the belt, and I don't see any reason to take it off him any time. Now, if things were to change, if one of those guys started to look good, I might change my mind. Okay, so the next match is sort of like Mark Henry's swan song. He kind of goes into this match, and he's lost a bunch of matches. He's not doing that great. Injuries are starting to pile up. Mark Henry sort of like officially announces that this will be his last match. You can do a pre-match interview with these guys, and it's Mark Henry, R-Truth, and Goldust, and he sort of says, "These guys and I have been around the block a time or two. We've faced each other. We've teamed together. We've done it all. And I think it's time. It might be time pretty soon for me to call it quits." And R-Truth and that. That's go no. Mark Henry says no, it's time, guys. It's time. I've done it. I've done it all. I'm the first black man to hold a world title in WWE, which is true. Some people, oh no, what about The Rock? No, well, he identifies more of himself as a Samoan than a black man, and yeah, it's all right. Okay, that's the sort of way I'm putting it. And the other side, Stardust and the Ascension, just because I like Stardust, I like the Ascension. I don't know what if people would get behind if WWE would get behind them, let them win a couple of matches, that might help. And guess what? They win this one. You have Stardust, pin Mark Henry. So I have that hanging on his belt. Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch, because why the fuck not? They can sort of be like, we tore the house down once before, and I put the Divas Title. It's supposed to be women's style. And yeah, do that. Steel Cage, Alberto Del Rio versus Ryback. Why not? Then Shamus is a sort of weird thing happened. Shamus didn't really have anything to do at WrestleMania, considering he just got screwed out of the title. So what do we do with Shamus? How about we put him up against the Beast, Brock Lesnar? And sort of like what you do here, Triple H is kind of still pissed off that, you know, Brock Lesnar beat him at WrestleMania a few years ago. Broke his arm. Oh, no, didn't beat him at WrestleMania, but broke his arm. And Shamus sort of says, well, that's not really the source of it. It's sort of like Shamus wants to prove himself to Triple H again. He says, well, how about I beat the guy at WrestleMania that broke your arm? Triple H goes, you want to go one-on-one? You want to go to Suplex City? And Shamus says, I ain't going to Suplex City. Lesnar's going to get his face kicked in. So you do that, but I'd still have... this might be fantasy, but Brock's going over. I sort of said that I want to keep building up Braun Strowman. Well, I kind of initially wanted to do this as two separate matches, but I thought Taker's got a little bit of juice left in the tank. But what if we put Undertaker and Kane against both Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman, and we have Taker again pin Bray Wyatt? Okay, I know it's killing them, but that's why I gave the win to the other guys at the beginning of the night, because you want to do this. And besides, we can have them beat him again later on in the year. I think that's a better way to do it. And plus, I've had Bray Wyatt beat Kane already, so this is kind of like, and bring it to an end. They've had their wins, and that. So now we've got a main event, which is John Cena versus Roman Reigns, with Triple H as a special guest referee. What we do here is Triple H says he's interviewed earlier in the night. He's wearing the stripes, because I like it when they wear the stripes. I don't like it when they just throw on a shirt and they're oh, I'm the referee. Well, no, that doesn't really work for me. And well, they sort of like, well, doesn't matter who wins, I still lose. I'm gonna let them go at it. I don't care what they do to each other. They can kill each other out there. I don't care. All I'm gonna go out there and do is count 1, 2, 3. That's all I'm gonna do, or I'm gonna call for a submission. That's it. So sort of like, the announcer sort of go into it like, well, this is essentially a no DQ match. And I'm like, well, yeah. And during the match, Triple H tries to beat up Roman Reigns. And we hear the, if you're what the Rock is cooking, and he comes out. He sort of beats back Triple H. Oh, he's like, whoa. And then another referee comes in, and they sort of powder away. And somehow or another, the referee gets change plans. No, they go away. They go away, and Cena's first to get up, and there's a chair in the ring, because Triple H was going to hit Roman with a chair. He goes down, he looks around. He doesn't pick it up. He throws it out of the ring. and he goes to pick him up. Roman gets up, bang, 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 runs. They reverse each other. Spear, 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns returns. And John Cena, he's like, looks at him, and Roman goes to the corner. He's like, yeah, he's got the belt and everything. And Cena just goes, takes him out, and he goes crazy with it. He beats him up, he beats his back, he beats his front. He's snapped, the chair breaks. It's complete mayhem. And then, well, hopefully, he gets booed, or the babyfaces. They cheer. It doesn't matter. Huh? But the important thing is, Cena turns heel. But hopefully Roman, it would have been built up enough where you can have even the smart mucks go. Well, that sucks. But the smart mucks are going to cheer anyway. It doesn't matter. Alright, this has gone on very long, and that was going to happen anyway. But I hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you all liked what it said and everything. But this is truly what I think the road to WrestleMania should be, and even WrestleMania should be. Like, I might have just thrown some shit together, but I think the main event is something compelling. I think Brock versus Shamus is something compelling that you've kind of built up to. You gave Shamus a little bit of a run with the belt and everything. Undertaker and Kane versus Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt, while not going to be a classic, sort of will bring that to an end, and the rest of it gives the guys a few wins at least. Kevin Owens still holding on to the belt, Alberto Del Rio holding on to the belt, gives them some stuff to do, and even the steel cage, putting in the U.S. title in a steel cage, I think works. Sasha Banks holding the belt, bringing back the women's title, I think is great. Giving Mark Henry a place on the card to sort of say goodbye. I didn't do the Andre the Giant Battle Royal because that's never really mounted to anything. I don't think they ever made it a big deal, so that's why I didn't do it. Plus, I plumb forgot. And, yes, I know I've done 2 back-to-back main events with special referees. They've served their purpose as well. John Cena put some tension in there. And the babyface authority figure, which I think is important, whether it is just the board of directors or just or just to have it be a legend who has some sort of power. I think that is necessary to bring a close to the authority storyline. Like, hell, make it Paul Heyman. That would be fun. But okay, this has gone on. Catch you all later. Hopefully you're enjoying, those of you who are watching my Jessica Jones post-show reactions. They are all recorded. And sorry for the delay. I said in the video I was gonna post them as soon as I could. Dude, they drew me out, and mine's been all over the place. So hopefully you're enjoying them. The Barry Denon 12 thing is in the playlist for Magpie Elsewhere. Go check that out. Go give them some support. They talked about putting their Patreon thing in there. I did talk to them for a little while about some other stuff, but so hopefully they'll have me on again. I get the sense that maybe they do like having me on there. They do know I've supported them for a while. Catch you all later.